stream is live. Alright. Hello, chat. So, yeah, it's gonna be a something stream today. I guess here's my deal. I'll just get sort of straight into it. I feel like I'm, when it comes to live stream choices and game choices and what have you, I think I'm stuck between two problems. There are the games I want to play. The problem is it'll get repetitive very quick, and people don't want me to play some of the games. Like, for example, I was thinking about Half-Life Swelter earlier today. But first of all, I don't know if that'll even work since, it's been crashing sometimes. But also, and I think that's my computer's fault, not so much a game's fault. But also, so there's either that or some of these games that I'm really not, interested in playing, certainly not right away, for a variety of reasons. So it's either do something repetitive over and over and over again. Like, I wanted to do even a B3313 stream, but, I know people would go, oh, great, this again. And see, I don't know. Or it's a game I either don't really care about. Like, I know one of the big recommendations has been to play Crash. Honestly, I don't care that much. I don't care that much about Crash Bandicoot. Sorry. Great, iconic character, what have you. But when it comes to the games, I might get to it eventually. And it's also some of those games. I know Crash is notorious for being somewhat difficult. And it's not like I want, Babby mode game, whatever. But, like, I want... I don't know. I've watched streamers before that, have difficulties with some of these games and, what have you. I don't know. I feel like people would get annoyed by it or watching me play a game for the first time or, God forbid, their favorite game for the first time. And it's like, wow, Dub, you suck at this. I hate this. I know that all might sound silly, but it's just what I'm thinking. And, yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't know if you... It's sort of like the analogy of, like, that person who, this is more... I guess if you look at a streaming service, you see all the shows that are there, at least on some of them. Although now it's like, all the shows, so long as it's spread across 28 different platforms. But you know what I mean? And you look at that, it's like, oh, there's nothing here. And, there's that. I don't know. It's like I look at my Steam library, see all the games I have. Oh, there's nothing here to play. Like, there's plenty to play. And there are actually some games I've purchased because I want to play them. I just don't know if I want to play them on stream that bad. Because it's just one of these things where it's like, I don't know if people will want me to play that game on stream or what. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. No. And then, actually, there's games like that where it's like, I'm not really interested. I'm not really interested in that. So some of the games... So either I've got games that I want to play that no one's interested in watching, or I've got games that people are interested in watching that I don't want to play. That's basically the long and short of it. And so... Or, it's like, oh, okay, that's great. The problem is you've streamed that for the 5th time in, like, a month. I don't know. And I mean, I know there are other things, non-video game things I could be doing on a stream, but, those are for rare occasions, not just, whenever. That makes sense. Rest in peace, the Smash Mouth All-Star Singer. First of all, yes, rip. But second of all, didn't even say his name, but alright. He is just Smash Mouth Singer now, okay. But yeah, so there's my deal. If I play, you know, some of the games I want to play, B3313, Half-Life Swelter, I kind of want to play Black Mesa again. You know, a bunch of people are gonna go, who cares? With the stream, or there are some games I want to play. But I don't really want to play them first on stream. Just because, yeah, anyway, you've heard all this. Hmm. I don't know. And sometimes I'm just not funny either, so that doesn't help either. Also, as a bit of a, well, no, Sonic Generations. Oh, believe me, I tried playing Sonic Generations. It keeps crashing every single time. I don't know why, but it just does. Banjo-Kazooie? Nope. Nope. I think I'm good. I don't think I want that. Thank you. I don't know. I don't. I played a bit of, like, you know, DK64, Banjo-Kazooie, you know, some of those, and I don't know. I think they were great for their time, but to me, they aged kind of poorly. And the only reason that Conquer drew me in where the others didn't was partially for its humor and how surreal the whole, hey, look, it's a rare platformer, except it's, like, more mature, is. Sonic Freeriders? No. 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 Ugh. Crash? I already talked about Crash. I'm not playing that. Sorry. Yeah, so you've got all these games. Some I want to play, some I don't. Play Sonic 06. Not until the next Project 06 release. You're thinking what game you're going to play feels like a purgatory because of the background. I can make it feel more like purgatory if that's what you want. Here's a good one, Little Big Planet. How am I gonna play Little Big Planet? I don't have a PlayStation anything. Return to Dreamland. With this day, you choose to achieve your ambitions by doing the very thing you love. Keep on grinding. Don't let anyone hold you back, or anybody hold you back. Have a nice day. Stay safe and enjoy life. Thank you. You hate Sonic Riders? I hate Sonic Free Riders. Because Sonic Free Riders is the one on the Kinect. And, oh, it's awful. Play Tetris? See, I don't know. I don't hate your suggestions per se, but it either wouldn't make for a good stream, or it's one of these things where it's like, no, I don't really feel like playing that, or I don't really feel like playing it on stream, so on and so forth. Hmm. At least Free Riders got better. Free Riders is literally the worst one. I can't tell if you're even like joking or not. Play some Flash games. I'm definitely considering that. But it's controller now? What are you talking about? Free Riders is now compatible with controllers? When did this happen? Hang on. This is bait. I know it's bait, but I'm still... No Connect patch. Sonic Free Riders. Okay, so it's not quite, you know, just out of the box compatible. Huh. I mean, I'm still not playing it, but cool. I'm not playing it right now, that much is for sure. Anyway, I just dropped by to say hi. Hello. Hey, you know what'd be a really great game to play? Rayman Legend. Wait, no, that's right. I can't because of like Scoob, because the Ubisoft thing, whatever it's called, dude. And I can't get past it, bro. Star Fox 64. Maybe? Ooh, here's Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. No. No, hang on. Has it been that long? Hang on. So I know I played it on a stream a little while back. How long has it been? That can't be right. Why has it been over a year? But yeah, and then the problem with that one is like full screen support is like, where's the juggling? In hell. I don't know. Oh hey, look, a Ricochet. I didn't even know I owned this. Huh. I might want to play this someday. Eventually. I was promised juggling. Oh, okay, here, hang on. Don't worry, I'm juggling, you just can't see it. Yeah, that's what's happening, alright. You know what I haven't played? You know what? I know what we're gonna play, chat. Where is it? Hang on, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I've made a decision, chat. I have made a decision. We are going to play... I really suggest Star Fox 64. Alright, you know what? Alright, you know what? I'm down to 3 choices, so I'm gonna start the poll. Alright, alright, boys. We've got 3 choices: the Stanley Parable, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, and I just typed Shantae because I'm lazy, or Star Fox 64. Put your votes in now. And the other two we'll do later. I don't know. Everyone vote. Wow, Shantae's way behind. Huh. Way forward. More like... Okay. I think I can... Alright. Well, it was gonna be Stanley Parable, but... I guess not. I guess not. Well, maybe. We'll see in a second. I'm not playing the music because I can't be bothered. All right. Star Fox 64 is probably, let me check here. I'm gonna give it another couple minutes, but it's probably gonna be the winner. Should probably just get booting up Project 64. Sort of accept the inevitable. Where's Project 64? Oh boy. Where is it? Where is it? Luigi, where'd you put my Project 64? What are you talking about? It's right there. I don't see it. There it is. Found it. Skip my comments. I didn't see. I'm sorry. When will when will Way Forward make a 3D game? A very good question. I'm ignoring. Hey, by the way, quick aside, since we're talking about Star Fox 64 and all that, I would just like to say this much. This is your call right now to go play, not to go play, but to go watch, not now, obviously, since right now you're going to be watching this, right? But this is your call to, go watch A Fox in Space. There's only a couple episodes right now, but I think they're pretty good. And I think you should go watch them if you haven't already. Seriously, they're very well done in my opinion. And, yeah. Anyway, speaking of which, guess how much Star Fox 64 I've played? Does anyone want to take a guess? Because if you guessed 0, you're right. SML agreeable. Huh. Actually looks pretty interesting. Well, I'm always in favor of more, you know, extended universe content, so I will be sure to take a look at that. Might even take a look after the stream. Remind me to do that. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, right, Star Fox 64. Now that like a third of the viewers have left. Come on. Just load. Please. There we go.
Message from General Pepper. Priority 1.
Oh yeah.
Your help, Star
Yeah!
Fox, and
Nostalgia for a game I haven't played!
system and is trying to take
Could save it
over
and watch
Cornelia.
later.
Our army
No, I've got too
alone
much
can
stuff
do
in
this
watch
now.
later.
Hurry, Star Fox.
From like years ago. That I Here we go. Actually, quick question. Which is better, 64 or 64 3D? Mind you, I'm not playing 64 3D. At least not, certainly not now. I'm just curious. Also, how's like command? Just curious, because I hear all these things about like the Star Fox games, but like I've basically never played any of it. What is that crust effect? Did you see that like noise effect? That was weird. It's like something you wouldn't be able to see on the N64. Huh. So that's where this music comes from. Star Fox Assault is pretty good. Huh. Put Spanish? I don't think I can. Yeah, loser! You get one save file!
Cornelia, fourth planet of the Lilat system.
Oh, I thought this was like
Evil
text-to-speech
Andross
for a
turned this
second.
once thriving system
8 GB
into a
hardware at its
wasteland of near
finest.
extinction.
What?
General Pepper of the Cornerian Army was successful in exiling this maniacal scientist to the barren, deserted planet Venom.
Uh-huh.
5 years later, General Pepper noticed strange activity coming from Venom. James McCloud, Pigma Dango,
Yo, it's
and
Fox
Peppy
with
Hare of the Star Fox team
with the
were sent to
sunglasses.
investigate.
The star glasses,
Upon their arrival,
because
Pigma
it is
betrayed
not
the
the sun
team,
anymore.
And James and Peppy were
It's just
captured
a
by
star.
Andross. Peppy barely escaped Venom and returned home to tell James' son, Fox, about his father's fate.
Uh-huh.
A few years have passed. Andross has again
I like
invaded
us.
the Lilat
Oh, that
system.
doesn't sound right,
General
buddy.
Pepper has turned to a new Star Fox team, headed by Fox McCloud, to save Cornelia and free the Lilat system once again.
Why was that spinning? I'd just like to ask. Oh. Oh, that's painful. Alright, well, let's go. Oh, I didn't like that.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
It's about time, you idiot!
Do my best. Andross won't have his way with me.
Well, actually, I should play Star Fox 2 as well. You know, that one that, like, never got released. Well, seriously, what is this fuzz effect?
Open the wing.
You know what I want to know about James McCloud? Who made the decision, hey, what should we name our son? I mean, he looks like a fox. Fox.
Check your G-diffuser system.
Yes, we are foxes. No, we'll name him Fox.
Falco here. I'm fine.
They're just talking heads. I get it, N64, but still.
Peppy. All systems go.
It's like you can't zoom in that close and not let me see.
Slippy here. I'm okay.
Shut up, Slippy. No one
I
asked
see him up
you.
ahead. Let's Rock and roll.
There we go.
Slippy, get back here.
Slippy, stop being stupid!
Slippy, watch out. Bogey on your tail.
Whoa! Help me!
No!
Thanks, Fox. I thought they had me.
Shut up. How do I, okay, now how do I zoom out the camera? And don't tell me you
You're
don't.
entering Corneria City now.
Because having the camera this close gives me a headache. It's giving me a... It's hurt. It hurt.
Everybody stay alert.
Oh, yeah, good for it, bro. Oh, yeah. Can I? Thank you.
You got an enemy on your tail. Use the brake.
Yeah, Squidward. Oh, whoops, I meant to fly down. Either L or C down. It doesn't help with my FOV!
Get the one behind me. Something's wrong with the G diffuser. Use the boost to take. I
Again.
guess I should be thankful.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Do a barrel roll.
You said the line, Squidward! Ow. He said the line, bro.
Pretty smooth flying, Fox.
Shut up! You made me mess up! I blame you for that.
Try a somersault.
Whoa, speed. Sorry.
Enemy robot, dead ahead.
Let's go.
I think my C-stick positioning is
All
not
wing
good.
mode.
R, maybe? No, none of that helps me with the FOV! Do you know?
So this is Starbox. I'm going to crush you.
Oh, yeah?
Enemy shield analyzed.
Those who cross Andros will die.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Cool, buddy. So, I'm gonna defeat the first boss. And, okay, I actually do want to... Yeah, thanks.
Try a U-turn.
What? What was that? I literally didn't see the instruction for that. Okay, I need... Hang on. Let me see here. So, So I'm just stuck with this, huh? I see. Alright, so, good game. I can see why it's a classic. Oh, bro. Man, it crashed. Aw. What? It crashed? I can't believe this. I can't keep that bit up. I mean, it didn't help I missed that direction on how to do a U-turn. But man, that FOV was really... Yeah, let me just double check. Hang on. What? Oh, come on. Alright, so this is, there is a widescreen mod, which I'll probably try out, because, oh, I'm sorry, honest to God, that FOV was really bugging me. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm just not really an N64 guy. I mean, yeah, sure, there are some games on N64 that I can play and really actually enjoy. Like, you know, the Mario parties, Mario 64. I played Kirby 64 and a few others. But I'm starting to think some of it's just, you know, I'm not really big on N64, you know. How do I put it? It's sort of one of those things where it's like, yeah, it was great for the time. It was great for the time, but now that I've played other stuff, it's sometimes difficult to go back. I mean, even Mario 64 has that issue, but, you know, I'm used to it enough. You know. But if you tell me, hey, jump into this N64 game, more often than not, just like, I'd rather do, like, a lot of anything else. So instead, we're gonna play Stanley Parable. I'd say I'm sorry, but, no, I'm not. So I'll play this for a while, I don't know how long, and then, yeah. Once it loads, because it needs to update. Haven't played this since June of last year. Wow. Oh shit, the Chadley Parable. Yes. Can I choose the game? No, I just chose the game. Oh, I gotta pick the time for some reason. 8:36 p.m. That's not what I said. Oh. Ah, 8:36 p.m. Your favorite time of day. Damn, okay. Yeah, indeed. Very accurate. I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. Thanks. It's good to collect data. Oh, okay. I can invent some new sliders. Okay. Oh no. Oh boy. Alright, that's ominous. Ah, yes, the Hell Office. But Dub, it's now 8:37. Shut up.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company.
Welcome back. Quit the game and then start again. Yes, thank you.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
When you press the use key, you make typing sounds.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, it's hell! Okay, cool. Oh, wait, no, it's just the lights.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Yup, that's
and not
definitely
be
it.
fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
Bucket.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single
Oh,
moment
great.
for
Here,
no reason
it's
at
this,
all.
it's this.
None of it made any logical
ending.
sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Good
Why
point.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yes.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This
Pro
can't be
speed
real.
running.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been
Gary.
on the tip of his tongue.
Meow, fuck
He
out
just
of the way.
hadn't found the words for it. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to
Exactly.
himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, no!
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it
Oh, no!
was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was
Gosh,
describing
you
itself
might need
being
to take
considered by
anger ma-
Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Yeah.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
It was.
After all, he knew for certain,
Uh-oh.
beyond a doubt, that this was in
That
fact
room
a
phased
dream.
out of
Did the
existence.
voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Yeah.
That this was a dream.
Yeah!
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight.
Snap back to reality!
The press of the mattress on his back. The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
This voice makes me violently angry.
I want my apartment.
Oh,
And
no.
my wife. And my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
And he wakes up in the same spot! Idiot!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, I got dead again. This game's
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? No!
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
No!
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her
Stanley
On
dead!
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Stanley
She
dead!
would soon turn to go call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Stanley
It
Half-Life
was
2
comforting to think
model.
this, and in a certain way, seeing this man...
Bro,
made
doing
her
the
feel
Peter
better.
Griffin death
Then
pose!
she remembered the meeting she had
Oh my
scheduled for
God.
that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Encore!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is a
Stanley lifted
bucket.
the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Dear God, there's more. No!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Actually, yeah. Bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his
Exactly.
boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more, let it ball up inside you, and repeat.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Yes.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Yes!
Feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on
Whoa,
your
what?
shoulders right now.
This
but
is
you have
right
to be
click.
strong. This
It's
is your
just
bucket.
move
This
forward.
is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That
How
your
dare you,
relationship is
broom
purely
closet!
superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point.
Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings
Wait,
for
what?
the bucket, as they have changed and evolved over the years.
No.
Let him have it.
You suck. Alright, let's go.
Okay,
I'm coming to a staircase. Stanley and the
I missed dialogue!
to the boss's office.
Okay.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no
Hooray.
reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Incredible. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Because that makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, I guess it... not really. Business strategy. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? I want to go up. Let's go up. Why that doll looks like a depressed Woody? Because it is. I don't know. Even the narrator's like coming along with it. Hey, Mr. Krabs, could I have free food? Free! Yeah, you can hear the narrator humming. This is the song I've been hearing all these years? Apparently. Why is it vibrating? It's vibrating quite a bit. What? Getting bored now. Has it? It hasn't been vibrating like this a lot, has it? What? Yes? There isn't a second floor, is there? The elevator doesn't take you anywhere. What if I go down? It literally just doesn't take me anywhere, does it? Darn it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. the bucket would. And he knew it. The two of
Exactly.
them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
As you can
Stanley
see,
just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Stanley has
Trying
brain
to input
damage.
anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5.
Nope. That didn't work. Alright, let's try 1, 1, 1,
But it
2.
turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in.
1,
And the
1,
door just
1,
opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well,
1,
what did
1, 3. 1, 1, 1, 4. Okay. 1, 1, 1, 5. Nope. Another collectible!
Figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Try 19879. I
Stanley
tried
figures.
that.
What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
He does look like depressed Woody. I'm just being honest. Well, only one way to go. So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Exactly.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
The
The
bucket.
bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I
Yeah.
want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Yeah!
Bucket said nothing.
The bucket judged him silently. I am going to actually press the number 3 again.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and... Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life.
Keep spamming
Stanley
the
looked
8 button,
expectantly
okay.
at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always... After taking some time to show the bucket around the boss's office, Stanley at last
What?
went to the keypad, where he began eagerly pressing the number 3 again and again.
Did it say 8 to me? So is that it? It said 8 to me once and that's it. So that's it? Or is there more? Okay, I'm gonna assume that's it. It's just a funny Easter egg. Alright.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Stupid number buttons! You made me look bad!
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he? Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I love how, like, these extra lines of dialogue keep popping up as I'm, like, trying to, like, move forward, and I don't hear it in time. Or I hear it just as I'm moving forward into the next one.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
It's MK Ultra, yes it is.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as
It
Stanley
is a
cradled
bucket.
it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
It's okay, Bucket, we're going to die.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Dear
Had the bucket
God.
been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Exactly.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
See, the narrator
At this
can do the
point,
narrating
he
for
could
me.
trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Yeah!
They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of
What?
them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
What?
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No! I'll throw it!
Even the
No!
facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket.
No!
Needed the
Let me
strength
throw
of
it!
the bucket would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at
Building
least,
boss
at
fight.
least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Get well someday. Thanks.
The
Give me.
confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yep, that's definitely it.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Where's a Be My Valentine mug? What? That is the most low...
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together.
Source
First,
coffee.
walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
This is seriously the lowest resolution coffee maker ever.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Can we go
Stanley
on a
took the
Disney
door on his
watching
left
stream?
to go back to the meeting room.
No.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Never mind, Stanley's an idiot again.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
No!
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content.
No!
The ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because
No!
that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
You can't take
Don't
it!
you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
I mean,
We could
yes,
make
but...
the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
No! Great game.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next?
Great.
Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
This is copyright, isn't it? Da, 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 da.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Yeah!
Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What?
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No! Never! I refuse. Don't think so. Do it. No, I don't want to give up the bucket. I like the bucket, and I'm keeping it. You know what must be done, Stanley. You know. Hey, look, source textures. Got to give him your soul. Who, the bucket? I'll give the bucket my soul. I won't give the narrator my soul, though. Or the soul of the bucket. Ugh! That noise is annoying.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No!
I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
No!
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No! Let me out!
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
No!
You don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket.
No!
And then pop it into the machine when you're
You
ready.
can't make me! You can't make me!
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the
Why is it shaking?
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet?
It's shaking so
What
much!
sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
No!
You can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters.
No!
Line or
I refuse!
until you crush that damn bucket.
No!
Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley.
No!
The fans what they
Never!
want. Hurry and
Dies. Is this gonna be a boss fight? I don't know. What?
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
You suck! Rip Bucket Destroyer. Best character in the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
The bucket turned out to be correct. Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
What happens if we go back down there again, actually? I wonder.
So the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
What happens if we go there again?
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place
No.
eventually.
Let me back up.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
No! Uh-oh. Uh-oh! What? Why can I phase through my chair? Whatever.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
To the whiteboard ending? Cool, I got the whiteboard ending.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What? Oh, okay. There will be a reward for finding them all! Gotta collect them all. I like that PowerPoint smiley face. It's great. Head back to the broom closet. Was there something in the... Okay. I'm gonna go to the broom closet again. Maybe we are the collectibles. Source of levitation. Oh, what happened to it? Picked up what looks to be reverberance off of a porcelain service. Anyone have any leads on this? Would you like to know? There will be a reward for finding them all.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No.
You can feel that, can't you? The aura
No.
of jealousy. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had
They'll
left
give you
his
something
post
if you
during
stay in
work
there.
hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stan.
No! Actually, I want to just keep restarting. See how that goes. Okay, this is a little different.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Shocker, I
Stanley
figured that
had
out.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes, the real backrooms, what?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
What do you mean the real back rooms? Did I miss something?
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley didn't
There's
know
another one!
why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
How long are you gonna be streaming for? Not too much longer, probably another...
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
What dark room? What dark room? That dark room isn't very dark. Oh, this dark room.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Oh, no.
No! Right here.
No!
Let's take a look. What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
Alright, enjoy the video, chat.
Used to effectively silence your political enemies.
Oh,
More
yeah.
importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did
Looks
it while
like Skinner.
standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them.
Actually,
in
no,
a
the
room
one
of
on
no
the...
more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
Of course.
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh.
Please.
And then, spell out your name a second time. With these steps
Pray for
complete,
me as I venture on this long voyage into leftist meat.
Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds.
It's
no
just a
less than 13
leftist
and a
meat
half,
joke.
Pausing only for
There's
bathroom
skip
breaks
button.
when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invaders who threaten our very existence, and will very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hell yeah! Wait, what?
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well,
Was
no
there a
matter.
war?
I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So, with that in mind,
Was there a war
I
with
believe
aliens?
The only way forward is for us to return to the 2 doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along,
Agreed.
let's head back.
What did I come back to? Good question.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll
gone.
say? How ridiculous.
It's gone.
How absurd. What a hilarious concept.
Thank God
the
it's
king
over.
of comedy. That's what you'll call me.
Yep.
Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now.
Exactly.
Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Alright, let's try this again, narrator. Come on, I believe in you. Whoa. Saw some backrooms entity try to spawn in. Alright, we're gonna go the normal route this time. But, yeah.
Here we go. You ready? When
Go
Stanley
ahead.
and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the
Fine.
bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Fine. Let's do the funny. What?
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now
Yeah.
the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room.
Yep, you're
What
going
an
nuts.
egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm not.
You're right, you don't.
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think.
He's just like me for real.
I think I need to go back and rewatch.
Oh
that
no.
instructional video.
Please don't make us watch it again!
Yes, surely that will help me improve my.
No!
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes.
Correct.
I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again.
Sorry,
More
Leroy?
instructional videos.
What?
Let's see.
What? Uh-oh. Guys, the credits broke.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Alright,
it
I'm
mean?
gonna do one more and then
Stanley
we're going
decided to
to...
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket. Can't read that.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt
Yep,
the
I'm
bucket
doing it wrong again.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
No. I'm getting my figurine.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think,
I
Stanley?
like Figlies.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up?
I like
one?
Figlies.
Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Oh no! Uh-oh. Oh no, it's different.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing.
You have to vent, Gregory.
more. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
What?
The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I
Have you ever heard of the hit game Among Us?
It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it.
There's not supposed to be.
I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure?
I think he's losing his mind.
I can monetize it.
Oh no.
Yes. It's unthinkable
No.
amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back.
What?
Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
It's the aliens! Run, me bucko! Run!
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What? Seems like it.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
Grab the bucket, broom closet, wait until something happens. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'm joking, alright.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what
We're gonna
the
wait
broom
here
closet
until
is trying
something
to say here.
happens.
It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet
I
is
am
putting on
become
your shoulders
bucket.
right now, but you have to be strong. This is your
Bucket POV.
This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet.
Dove,
for
is
a
your real
variety
name
of
Stanley
reasons.
Parable?
Even
Who
this is
told you?
worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends.
I love this bucket
That your
POV,
relationship
though.
is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket.
Uh-huh.
They've changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Oh, yeah?
Here we go.
Yeah!
Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah! What he said.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Of course.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Exactly. Did you see Elephant Daisy? Unfortunately. Hey, did you see
You know
the...
what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Yeah, I saw Elephant Daisy. So, did you guys see the guy who is dressed up as a cupcake? if you don't know what I'm talking about.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
I actually don't
The
remember
bucket
it.
would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this
Yeah,
is
that must have
certainly
been
a
it.
most logical explanation.
Stanley still has dementia. Yes, I saw the cupcake costume! Oh, I was actually coming to pick up a cupcake! Oh my god.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door
Nope.
that read, Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth
Escapade.
was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Bummer.
The door behind them was not shut.
Yahoo! 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 Yahoo!
Turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Ooh, it's a death room. Let's go. Wait a minute. I know this room. I think.
As
I
the
don't
machine
know.
whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Da! Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
I'm still alive,
In a
though.
single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
But I'm still... Or not.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was
Bucket
a
memorial
glorious
service?
bucket to behold.
Wait a minute, where is my bucket? You took my bucket, me bucko! A chair! Ah! Rufus!
Can you see how
Rufus!
arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see
No.
the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Dozens are put to death just for attempting a two-handled bucket. Not like, oh, they died from handling it. They were put to death by someone else. The greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. I think there's a bit more than 25 in there. Just call it a hunch. Billions died. Early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Uh, okay. Echoing keyboard noises, I love it. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes a necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear a grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. Yeah! Wait, what? Oh. Thank you.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
What?
Let Stanley die.
No!
Be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Die! Beautiful. Didn't we just both die then?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
You're welcome. Gimme.
The embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Alright, gonna do one other thing before I end off.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Thank goodness we got our boxes.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase.
Let's go up to the
Stanley
boss's
and the bucket
office, see how
walked
many
upstairs to the
boxes
boss's
are up
office.
there. None. Alright. Well, I'm going to end things off here for now. So, yeah. Good game. Took me a little while to, sort of figure out what I wanted to play, though. I'm going to try installing that Star Fox 64 widescreen patch, by the way. I'd like to see how well that works. But, yeah, that's it for now, though. So, yeah, I'm gonna end off this stream here. Thank y'all for watching. Bye. Bye.